I have a story that I need to share with you both. And I hyped it up before the show because I can't believe this is a thing. I really can't. And, okay, so, let me set the stage for it. Actually, let me do this. I'm just going to read the headline, okay? Now, let me just see.
Should have had this ready.
Hurry up, Alex! I did have it ready. I am notorious for this. Are you ready?
I've been ready for like 5 minutes.
I was born ready.
Mountain goats are being airlifted out of a national park because they crave human pee.
What? Shock value.
Subtitle: Their insatiable thirst for human urine is causing some problems. What would you... Just first impressions.
My first impression is that it's a joke. What?
It's not.
Is this based on reality?
This comes to us from the magazine Popular Mechanics.
Now, insatiable thirst for human urine, that has caused many problems throughout the history of the world, has it not?
This may be the first time. Actually.
I don't know that it is.
I hope it is.
It might be.
But it's about Olympic National
Park. First time there's been an insatiable hunger for human
feces.
Human things. I mean, cannibals, right?
True. What would cannibals say about that? Should we airlift all the cannibals out of the national parks?
Out of Amazon rainforest?
Anyways,
I don't know.
Let's get back to the topic at hand here.
All right, goats.
In the Olympic National Park in Washington is where they're airlifting goats. And my first question was, first of all, where is this pee coming from? And it's coming from hikers relieving themselves on the trail. And I can speak from personal experience, being on a trail at a national park in Utah. You're 5 miles into a 10-mile hike. You got to relieve yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no...
The mountain goats...
You're drinking water. You got to stay hydrated.
That makes good sense.
Yeah.
And the mountain goats are overpopulated.
Okay.
You see. And urine provides a source of salt and minerals. So they just start lapping it up.
How... Does the hiker pee into like a little
no
bowl in the rock? Like how does the goat have access to the urine? Doesn't it just soak into the ground?
That's a good question, Chad.
You should ask the goats that question.
They just go crazy for it. Yeah.
They just go crazy for pee. And
who wouldn't? Yeah.
Who was the first goat that was like, I'm going to drink that?
Yeah. Now, people have pointed out, why don't you just... Isn't there a way to... I don't know, slow down the birth rate of the goats? And I found this quote to be especially enlightening. There's also no approved contraceptive available to quell their birth rates. So I think we should get right on it. GoFundMe, goat birth control. I think that would really help this issue.
How hard can it be?
Because if there were less goats, they wouldn't be so inclined to lick up human urine.
Now listen, I understand having an insatiable thirst for human urine.
You understand that?
No, I don't not that I have that, but I understand that.
Right.
That's
put on the poll. Does Trent have an insatiable need for human urine?
I'm voting yes. Spoiler alert. Shoot.
That should get some Twitter followers. Thank you, Alex.
You're welcome.
I understand that, and I understand that maybe that is true, and I'm willing to accept that.
What are you accepting?
That they do have an insatiable thirst.
Okay.
I do not see how that poses any issue at all. Like, if I'm peeing in Yosemite, does it say which national park? If I'm peeing in Yosemite...
Olympic National Park, if you were listening.
I did say that.
I wasn't listening.
You're never listening. Just continue.
If I was peeing in Olympic National Park, and a goat just starts licking it, I don't care. I don't care at all.
So the
Let
problem...
him go.
The problem is that...
Right?
First of all,
it's pee in my mouth, and you're like, I don't want to.
I don't know if that's happened, but I wouldn't put it past people to do
if there's that many goats.
Here's what the problem is that the insatiable thirst for human urine is a byproduct of overpopulation. So that's really what we're coming back to. So we need to,
So they're hungry or they're thirsty.
They need salt and minerals that can only be found in human urine, apparently.
Is this a problem because it's unsafe for hikers? Are they?
Yeah, that's part of it too. I mean, there's a lot of goats, and they're looking for urine, and
So they're just impatient
how
about
many
it.
times do you think we've said urine in this podcast? Have we ever reached this
More
number?
times than we said Joel.
Someone count it up. Someone count up how many times we've said the word urine and
No.
posted on Instagram.
Let me take you on a mental journey here. In a parallel universe where mountain goats are in control of society
Oh my word.
and humans
Part of the multiverse.
are harvested for their urine. Now follow along with me on this. Follow along with me on this.
For urine.
That is the only thing that makes sense to me about how this could become an issue is that
It's like-
we're worried that they'll begin harvesting.
It's like the Matrix, right? Like we're in little pods and we're just there to provide urine.
Holy Toledo!
So what you're trying to tell me is that we should just feed the goats urine and satisfy their thirst.
Absolutely.
Can you satisfy their thirst?
Well, it is insatiable.
Insatiable.
Well, we'll leave that to the experts and let the Matrix, apparently.
Now, where are these goats being transported to?
Oh, I don't know. That's some
That's
other place.
That's a good question too.
Some other place.
Are they going to families in
Is it
need
like-
of goats? Or
Is it like pee rehab?
it could be.
They're mountain goats. Do you know someone who needs a mountain goat?
I would love a pet mountain goat.
Okay.
Put it on a bowl.
It's urine rehab.
It's
facility,
urine.
You know.
Well, I wonder,
Yeah,
like,
awful.
what,
Oh, there was another thing I forgot to mention. Another issue. Because they're searching for urine, they paw and dig at the earth. So they're causing detriment to the soil in the national park as well. So that's another issue. I should have mentioned that before you went to your Matrix spiel.
that is the least terrifying issue I've ever heard. You know, like we're going down to South America and we're literally blowing up mountains. We're literally blowing up the tops of mountains to harvest resources from them, and then we're getting all mad that a couple of goats are digging holes because they want our urine. That seems like an issue that we should be putting funding towards other serious issues about.
Like
And
cat AIDS.
Exactly.
We just throw in the mountain blown up thing. That
Well,
was
seriously.
fantastic. No source. No, just throw it in
Oh,
there.
I'm sure it's a thing.
Well, I've heard
we do all sorts
presentations.
of crazy stuff,
It's
yeah.
horrible. We're
What
raping
about the mountain goats over there? They're not even alive to crave pee because we blew up the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the real issues here,
that's-
America.
We're the problem.
Yeah.
We're the problem. Look at yourself before you start looking at these poor mountain goats.